Blazing pretty hot. Yes, you're listening to Spot On. Right. Good afternoon. You just joined me early. You are late. This is Spot On with Vernon Darby, the People's Program, the People's University, and the People's Parliament. And coming up right now is Talk Your Talk. And of course, you have in the studio here with me two young gentlemen. I must tell you, the two of them look bigger than me. Oh, yes. We have Ethan Peter. That's you.
Yes, that's me.
That's you, Peter. And we also have Antoine Walkin.
Yes, sir.
Antoine, you're the deputy head boy?
Yes, sir, I am.
Look like you're heading for the head boy next year. Your time is up.
My time is up. My time is up.
It's up. And Ethan, you are the student council representative.
Yes, I am.
So you are the politician. I hear you. Well, I do hope that if you become a politician, well, you are a politician already, that you'll be able to make a difference.
Well, I would love to have the opportunity someday, but...
So you're interested in politics?
I'm more interested in advocation. I'm not necessarily sure if it's politics, but I'd love to have a voice for myself and my community.
For some reason, that sounds like politics too. No, gentlemen, we do believe that we should give the young people a chance to, for us to hear what they think. Persons believe that you're only on the phone and you're only on the social media. And things are happening in the country, and we have talented young persons like yourself who need to have a say. And that's why we decided to have you here today. And great to have Kingston College. Listeners, I was giving them trouble, like most of them beat me up. I tell them that I went to VKC, they went to AKC. VKC is Knox College. But they've been quite nice to me. Now you're here today. We're going to start us off. What are your major concern about your country? Which topic interests you that you want to talk to us about this afternoon?
Oh.
As you give your friend.
Well, one of my main issues with the country is that I don't feel we give enough attention or we try enough as it relates to education. I know my deputy head boy here, Antoine, mentioned that the Turks and Caicos, where he's originally from,
You're from the Turks and Caicos?
I am.
You know who's the Prime Minister there?
Yes, sir, I am. I do. Honorable Washington Music.
That's my classmate. Yes, we went to UTech together.
He's very familiar with me, so if you tell him that you saw me, he'll know me.
Right, so you're only here for a short time?
I am.
Really? No, you're at Jamaica, you're not going back anywhere. Continue.
But yeah, one of my biggest issues is, as I was saying, Antoine's government aids them financially as it relates to tertiary education, correct?
Yes.
And I don't think Jamaica does enough for us as secondary students going into the tertiary institutions.
No, I want you to be specific and tell me, because you're an advocate, so I want to hear both of you tell me what needs to be done. Because I'm going to get your points will be mentioned again. Is that just on radio?
Of course.
I'm going to write my little notes on the Prime Minister. We'll get it too. Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the biggest things is that I believe, and this might be a bit controversial, but I believe...
Hello.
I believe in...
So long as you're not saying anything which is libelous, why the hell are you worried about something being controversial? Tell me.
Well, I believe that our Jamaican government, instead of fighting for remittance money or a certain amount of money from the English, I believe they could have fought for maybe a few scholarships or a few opportunities for young Jamaicans who are interested in medicine, who are interested in business, to have an opportunity to go abroad and study, because the English have some of the, if not the best education systems, I believe.
We talk about reparation?
Yeah, we're talking about reparation.
I can't speak for them, but the impression I get that reparation doesn't necessarily mean just getting money.
Mm-hmm.
It might mean other things.
But one of the biggest things I see our government concerned with is the money itself. And I think you give a man a fish, he survives for one day. Teach a man to fish, and he'll survive for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So I would suggest to our government, instead of fighting for the money or for whatever aspect, I would love to see them fight for us to get some opportunities to go abroad and say, okay, 500 scholarships to Jamaican students. That would be something of great value, I believe.
The thing that you're going
to... Well, you probably can talk from the point of view of the Turks and Caicos. I have a concern that as another small country here, we don't link enough.
I think so. I don't think that we're as close knit a community in the Caribbean as we should be. I think that there's always room for improvement there. But along the lines of education, specifically in Turks and in Jamaica, I can give you both perspectives. I think that worldwide we're not paying enough attention to the impact that social media and music are actually having on students. So as much as students may just brush off adults saying that we have a social media problem, the problem isn't necessarily the access to the information. The problem is what we're doing with that information, right? And high school, I believe, they're the formative years of a child's life. And so the information that you're receiving from music, the information that you're receiving from social media influencers, the information that you even research, right? It's very impressionable for people who are anywhere from the ages of even as young as 4 years old, straight up to 25 when science is said to say that the brain is fully developed, right? So that heavy impression that anything that is in your environment can have on you, that attention to every stimuli that is in your environment, I think that it's something that's always overlooked, because if more educational information is put on social media, we could see a difference. If there's less gunman songs and all of them stuff there, as much as we cannot necessarily censor the songs that artists are putting out there, we can ensure that the message that the students are receiving, they're understanding that, listen,
we can do, you know. Because if you are going to make a song that I'm going to shut up all the people them, I'm instigating violence. You understand me? So, well, how? Tell me specifically how, because the songs that are out there now, really, some of them not really lifting us up. How do you think we deal with that? Should deal with that?
I could give you an example of something I've done recently. I'm the type of person, I listen to music a lot for the lyrics, right? So I'm a lot more into reggae, R&B. Right. I listen to a lot of Adele because I cherish her writing ability. I think that she's one of the greatest songwriters that really is still around, that sings. And I noticed that sometimes you just feel down, you know, and when you listen to an Adele song, it doesn't necessarily lift your spirits. So over the past week, well, Ethan and I together, we've made a pact as friends to only listen to more vibrant music. So we listen to a lot more soca, a lot more reggae, upbeat, up-tempo. And you don't even realize the change that it has on your mood and your aura when you're dealing with people. A lot more things are, it's okay, no problem, rather than...
Oh, by the way, you ever hear about Kumina? You're from Turks, okay? Because you know what Kumina,
yes,
right?
I do.
All right. You ever stand up and people play? If you stand up and take it in for too long, you feel as if you're going to get into the spirit.
Well, as a Seventh-day Adventist myself, music is very important to me. And
hello, you don't have to tell me. I know, when it comes to the Seventh-day Adventist, when it comes to food, nutrition,
and music.
Now that you tell me, you better sing, because if you can't sing, you know, master, you're not a Seventh-day Adventist.
I've taken a step back. I'm mostly into playing. I play the piano, actually.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Good, I used to play it too.
But, yeah.
But hold on, that says a lot about you. Take like playing music. It takes a certain amount of discipline. I ask myself, how many youngsters are playing the piano? You have to sit down for hours and learn your skills and so on. How many persons are doing that? And that will say a lot about you and probably how you have done in school.
Of course, I feel like discipline is something that can be passed on from one topic to another topic. So if I'm disciplined at my instrument, I can be very disciplined in school. But going back to Antoine's
and the music,
previous discussion about music.
But you remember I tell them, say a lot coming out. Just hearing it, you get caught up in it, you know. So the same thing probably happening with other music.
I think one of the biggest issues is that, and I always find it funny, Jamaica is such a God-fearing country, and yet still we're getting up every day speaking about...
What else are we God-fearing?
Jamaican's main denomination or choice of religion is Christianity. So yes. I would like to believe that we're God-fearing people. And it's interesting to see the music.
And we saw uncaring and
the music being pushed is nothing to do with Christianity. It's oiling down. It's the very weird things. I don't even want to say that.
I am wondering.
It's interesting.
Is it because how young persons are socialized, so they have been exposed to anything they know better? For example, when you listen to the music nowadays, the singers sometimes are not even singing on key.
And I think that's the issue. I think the dancehall entertainers nowadays, they're mostly paying attention to the trends and paying attention to, okay, this will make me X amount of money. I wish that...
And let me tell you, so the dancehall, the word dance was coined by a friend of mine named Lloyd Grant. she's so disappointed to see what has happened to the music.
It's really sad. I wish they would take a second and just actually focus on the message that they're putting into our young, impressionable children's heads.
But they're going to tell us about there's a market for it. That's what the young people them want.
That's all they care about, the monetary gain, not about the message. I wish we could, and I don't cut it on time, but I wish we could go back to like 2013 Cartel when he's telling you, pull up your pants, put it on your waist, don't bleach your face.
Normally, I don't call his name at all. You know?
My apologies.
I don't call his name at all.
But Mr. Palmer, yes, I wish we could go back to the 2013s where he was telling us, pull up your pants, put it on your waist. Messages like those, I feel like, had an actual impact on children, not the ones that are being pushed now.
Adding to Ethan's point, it signifies a changing of the times, and I also think that it shows you the different parenting styles that are being used now, right? Because as you talked about socialization, one of the main hubs of socialization for children in the Caribbean would be the church, right? So I was raised in the Baptist church in Turks and Caicos in Provo, and so if you're not raised in the church and you don't have that social culture, you don't have that God-fearing culture in you, it's easy for you to pick up a dancehall song and think, yes, this is the life that I want for myself, or these are the people who I look up to. It has to do with the people that you're surrounded with when you're growing up.
Let me ask you, I don't want to really specialize so much on your school, but in linking with other students, do they have a period where you sit and listen to music, different types of music, and to appreciate it and comment on it?
Not necessarily. I mean, other than what they may do colloquially during lunchtime, there's not necessarily a formal setting for them to listen to music, outside of the students who would be in the music program from the 7th to 9th grade level.
You see, I am fortunate, Let me show for you. I went to DKC. And we used to have to go to Mandeville to listen to different. They have classical music or folk music. So we were exposed because music which can help to change our minds. We just like reading. In literature, you study different authors. And if you study, for example, who are you studying now in school? Anybody doing literature?
No, I don't know literature.
I do science subjects.
Which books? And by the way, I have a problem with that too. You're a science student. You're a human being. You need to be exposed to various things,
I'm into more non-fiction. I've read just about all of Barack and Michelle Obama's books. I'm working now on a few of Warren Buffett's. I'm more into hearing the story of how people became successful. It acts as a good motivator for you because it's like it makes you feel like you're not alone in the struggles that you're in.
The struggle, right?
Yeah,
right.
So it allows you to identify with other people.
Right.
So
the point I'm trying to make, you have different books you're reading, which helps to fashion your mind. And if I should write a book which is really rubbish, I'm sure you'd know.
Yeah.
I like that. He just looked at us and he just said, yeah. Now, I'm putting it to you. It's like somebody who is not literate. If you write something for them, it will be neither here nor there.
It will just be a bunch
of
words
The
on
same thing with
page.
music. I think that persons are not being exposed to different types or different genre, lyrics and so on, and analyze. When I went to school, we had to sit and listen, and then we analyzed and so on. And because of that, they used to garbage. They become used to garbage. So when they get garbage, as far as they are concerned, they're getting top-class food. It's like if you don't use to good food, when they get bad food, you don't know.
You don't know the difference.
That's an amazing point. I've never looked at it that way before. But yeah, as I said, I really wish there would be an artist out there that just pops out and says, okay, strictly the message, strictly putting good values, good thoughts into our children's
because
heads.
this station will play some great music, but they're not listening. You see, you need to start from the people, how we socialize them. And right now, when a people the most famous person, it should be really notorious, is, I'm not going to call a name, then it tells you where we are at. When persons driving the SUVs, big managers in company, can stop on the road, buy an orange, or buy a crab from anybody. Why are you laughing? Then it tells you that we have this kind of crab culture where anybody can prepare anything, I would just take it and consume it. So that's the real problem. I wouldn't put it on the artists, because if you had a sophisticated society, then there will be no market for certain type of music.
That's true. But then again, you can't exactly look at it from that perspective only, because I believe the opportunity that everyone has nowadays, where you can just make a song and put it out there and people enjoy it, I feel like it's a very good thing. Because
but the problem is you can't sing. I was hoping that you would sing and put something positive.
no, unfortunately I don't sing.
Can you sing?
No.
You're both pathetic.
If there's a keyboard here, I could definitely give you some nice songs to sing. But
Right.
unfortunately, I'm not blessed with the ability to sing.
But it's the point I'm making, in terms of all music and so on, is that the nation, young people are not being exposed to. When I went to school, I listened to music, all types, from various countries, Africa, Europe. I had to listen to the classics. My favorite was the Moonlight Sonata, Beethoven. So listen to all types, all genres. No. You only hear, gal, you this son, you gal, you that. And you ask yourself, sing them, that sound like great.
I think one of the purest artists out there right now that young people could probably resonate with is Burna Boy. He's an Afrobeats artist. I get a lot of flack from him, from my KC friends. They may not see the good in his message that I do, but he has a new album out there called I Told Them, and it's the message throughout all 17 songs of the album is proving his doubters wrong. And so as an athlete, that's something that can get me motivated every day at training. So I'll just listen.
What you do, by the way? Say you're an athlete.
I'm a shot put and discus thrower.
I figure as much. So if you take up a big rock, so you can't fling it for all that man.
that's the idea. Yeah, but the message of that album and the message of even his last album, I think that it's something that can always keep you in a positive light. And I think that it's just finding that artist that can get you to feel positively about any situation, because you're always going to face hardships. You're always going to, and music can be an outlet for people. Music is definitely an outlet for me. So sometimes it's as simple as listening to a nice song, an upbeat song, and it completely gets me motivated for the rest of the day.
It is amazing. So if we feed you with garbage, then you could become a garbage bin.
As my coach says, you get out what you put in. So if you're putting in garbage, you can't expect much better out.
So you have just described the society. It is just amazing. Now we only have about, let me see, time is slipping by another probably 4 minutes or so. Solutions. Now, of course, we're going to get you guys. I want to ask you guys to come back,
Of course.
You sound like you can't turn Prime Minister. You can't be as bad as the ones some of them we have had, or some of the politicians. You can't be that bad. Yes, solutions. The few minutes we have left. Both of you.
Well, one of my biggest solutions, which is something I've started to do recently, so I start off my day praying, then listening to some gospel music. I find it really starts the day properly for me. It makes me have a very positive outlook on life, and I know whenever I have problems or toils, I know that the Lord's power is very, very amazing in those times.
Your parents are listening?
I'm not sure.
The way you sound. And you better get one of those popular ones so we can sing. I don't know sing with me, Sister Pana, one of them, so I can end up this. I bet you have some different parents. That's why you stay singing,
My parents do try a lot, and I'm very grateful for them.
You're not telling them good afternoon. I understand.
Good afternoon, Mommy and Daddy.
And who's Mommy and Daddy? Not any Mommy.
Good afternoon, Mommy Karen Pitzer, and good afternoon, Daddy Weston Peter.
Weston Peter. They have any connections to Trelawney?
Yes, my father comes from Trelawney, actually.
Where in Trelawney?
I believe I don't remember where the place is exactly.
Low River?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm going to put it to you that we might be linked. I am actually from Trelawney. Okay. Right. No, you're Turks and Caicos. And, so next time you see is the premiere, no?
Yes, sir.
You tell him that you came on my program. He has been on a program with me already on the radio station. So, ready now? It's now, 13:55. And we're going to get some nice music for you. Sister Boyne, you ready? Pastor Boyne, here, let's go.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yeah, come on if you know you have the victory. Oh, come sing with me. Hey. Come on, tell him yes. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. Say yes. Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes.
You don't start singing. And of course, we'll be having a good conversation with two KC youngsters. Let me tell you, these are leaders, and one is from Turks and Caicos, And I hope that when he leaves, keep the music going, that he finds a wife in Jamaica and he doesn't go back to Turkey. Okay, because we need progressive young people like him. So we had Ethan Pitter, a KC Student Council President, and Atwan Walkin, Deputy Head Boy. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you. For
Have a
having us.
wonderful day.